I don't know if you guys are aware of this. I don't know if I've said this before on this channel, although I definitely did, but I'm sure a bunch of you are just new to this channel. But I, Sean Fitzgerald, owner and content creator for The Actual Justice Warrior, this YouTube channel that you're watching right now, absolutely despise Facebook. I hate Facebook content. I'm not into it. I can't play with it. I can't win with it. Can't do it.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
However, that does not mean that I am not sent content occasionally through Facebook. It also doesn't mean that I'm not on Instagram. Follow me at Actual Justice over on Instagram. I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers. You're letting me down by not following me over there. Whatever, that's not the point. So my girlfriend sent me this video, and the video has like a weird environmental message. It's about a Japanese guy who was a castaway and he survived on an island for something like 40 years. Then the Japanese government ultimately found out he existed, realized he couldn't survive there, so then they moved him back to Japan, and they were like, listen, we're not going to let you die on this island. And for some reason, they were like, he's so angry about the litter and he picks up trash and wow, isn't this amazing? And then they take him back to the island and he's happy. And honestly, this is fine. I was totally fine with this. It's wholesome. I can support it. It's okay. But that being said, another video auto-played after this. And this video is so ridiculous and absurd that we have to talk about it. But that being said, I have a sponsor. Let me throw it over to the sponsor. That was the throwing motion. Throw, like a football throw. And then we'll come back over here and talk about it on the other side. Electric bills are up this summer. I know you're all aware of what's going on in the oil market, but that also affects every other aspect of the energy sector. And in a summer this hot, you definitely need a way to cool yourself while not breaking the bank. You don't need to be paying the double electricity bills that many people in many major cities are paying. So go over to EasySummerCool.com and get yourself one of these 4-in-1 mini air conditioners. I keep mine right by my bed at night and on my desk in order to supplement my cooling, and based on tips from you guys out there in the audience, I use it especially in those hot days that aren't so humid based on the way that it works. So again, go to EasySummerCool.com. You can get it for a 50% discount. That's EasySummerCool.com. So this is what I think of when I think of Facebook content. I think of the text on the bottom of the screen, it being very clickbaity, and of course, millions of people watching this. Millions of people have watched the video that we're going to go over today, and it tries to reel you in by telling you that this woman is in danger. So the first thing that you will notice is the clickbaity title. And by the way, the headline that they put on Facebook was, "This could have ended badly." And you can see in the text, which is a signature of Facebook, they try to reel you in with the clickbaity text, even though the video is already autoplaying. And it says, "This woman is in danger." And the setup of this video is security cam footage. Now, if you notice something odd about the security cam footage, just hold on that thought. I will reveal that later, but it should be obvious if you're paying attention. That being said, this is the footage. This woman's in the bar, and all of a sudden she's in danger, and we got horror stingers playing. Let's see how this plays out. Now, the next thing you'll notice about this video is the use of the red circle. Everywhere throughout the course of this video, things that are obviously the thing that they are circled in red, just in case you out there in the audience are a dumb idiot and you need things highlighted. So this video clearly says this woman is in danger. It is obviously centrally framed on her, but just in case you're a stupid dumb idiot, here's a red circle. And for those of you who are saying, Sean, you've employed the red circle technique in some of your thumbnails at some point, and this is also a plague on YouTube. Listen, you gotta figure out the hypocrisy in that for yourself, but I'm not gonna get into it, and you'll see in Facebook it's way more excessive. So the next thing you'll notice about this is the subtitles, and the subtitles say, "Two rich men enter the bar," and you can see them. They are circled by the red circle. It's not like you could see the two rich men being the only two person that walk in, but I guarantee you these are definitely two rich men. And remember, this woman is in danger. I have no idea what's gonna happen in this video. Oh my god, it's not like I've seen it before, but they're definitely in danger. It's a scary situation, and I'm very scared. The next thing I will point out in this video, because it's one of the things I noticed initially, other than the thing that's circled in the red circle, which is money, and it's very shocking, very sinister that these people are at a bar and they have cash in their hand, is the fact that the time code actually jumped about 18 minutes, or 20 minutes closer to that, thereabouts when they switch cameras. All the other time codes are relatively consistent, but for whatever reason, the editor of this security footage, I mean, the authentic security cameras that are placed in this bar jumped about 20 minutes. So these guys might actually be time-traveling master rich people who could afford time travel. Maybe that's how the security camera was able to indicate this fact. So then we are told on screen that he just slid a $100 bill, and then we're posed this very provocative question, which is, why do you think he did that? Now, I think they meant to make the 100 red, like, so it could be consistent with all the other text, but maybe the editor was just sleeping at the wheel at this point. But I would guess, and call me crazy, call me a conspiracy theorist, but somebody using a $100 bill at a bar is likely ordering drinks and or tipping the bartender while they're ordering drinks. And if you're a rich person, you might have some rich taste in alcohol. But, you know, whatever. The sinister music is telling me something bad's happening, and I know this video is definitely going to elaborate on, like, why the $100 bill is definitely something we should be concerned about. So then they get their drinks that they paid for with the $100 bill. Why do you think he did that? And then we are led to believe that this one rich guy gave a head signal to the other rich guy about the girl that's sitting next to them at the bar. Now, that being said, I would not have noticed this, even though they have the subtitle saying, "Did you see that?" even though they replayed it, without the red circle in this instance. So just so you know, red circle, definitely crucial in this moment. Thank God for the red circle. What would I do without the red circle in this moment right here? And you saw that signal? That was evil white privilege racist signal right there. And they signaled, and you'll see where things go. They have found their victim. Their victim is here, and it is that poor, innocent girl who doesn't realize that white privilege racist man, white privilege evil rich white privilege man is coming for them, and he's teamed up with the other rich white privilege man. So I just want to point out that the editor in this is making some weird judgments on what's going on. For some reason, this guy is labeled the accomplice when, for all we know, he's the initiator and the other guy's the accomplice. And I do like how they put flirt in red text, attempting to flirt with her. Oh my god. Also known as flirting with her. But what he's really doing is creating a distraction in red text. And then we're going to see what's actually going down in this clip, and you will be shocked and horrified. That's right, the story in this is that these guys drugged this girl at the bar, and the way that this guy drugged the girl at the bar is that he pulled something out of his pocket in the shadiest way possible, leaned full over her glass, cracked the thing open, dropped the stuff in there, and then took out a metal chopstick or straw or whatever, and then started mixing her cup, and nobody heard anything. The bartender didn't see anything. Nobody in the bar with clear lines of sight to the situation saw anything, because obviously those red circles were added in post-production, and therefore nobody could know what's going on, because you need the red circles to know exactly what's going on. They made her finish the drink. I mean, they didn't really seem to prompt her to go all the way bottoms up or anything like that. But whatever, they made her to finish the drink, and you could tell by the sketchy music that they definitely made her to finish the drink. And oh my god, he put something in her drink, and that was the drugs, and now she's in danger. The video was being 100% accurate when they said, this woman is in danger, and now I'm scared. And I hope you guys are scared, because I'm definitely scared. Not sure why wait was highlighted in red, but whatever, now they're waiting for it to kick in. And maybe they could use that jump forward in time motion thing to happen earlier when they cut to that other angle of the video, but let's see what happens. First of all, I love this evil rich guy that is clearly being identified by the video as the primary bad guy, just staring at her as if he's gonna notice by staring at her face when the drugs lock in, and then they could do whatever they want to do with her. But, you know, just trust me, this is a scary situation. It's sinister music. But she starts to feel dizzy and immediately falls backwards into this guy's arm, and he grabs her phone before she falls because, you know, he definitely wants to have her phone on her because, you know, he's gonna abduct her, he just drugged her, and how bad would he feel if after all this, she was like, I lost my phone. And also, nobody notices this in the bar, nobody notices this woman that was perfectly fine ordering drinks alone at the bar, who just got drugged and just fell out of the stool and was captured by the two guys that showed up, according to this video, something like 10-15 minutes ago. It's all normal, and in fact, what you're gonna find out is that somebody does notice, but because he's an evil white person, he's not gonna do anything. Like how he just nods his head no, like, I guess I'm gonna let this happen. Screw that lady. Let's let those two rich guys just drug her and carry her away in the most obvious, awkward thing that doesn't draw any attention because our society hates women. I would like to dispute this. It says right there the bouncer asked if she was okay, but he clearly did not move his lips. He was miming, I guess, the question, but yeah, this video, fake news in that regard, did not ask if she was okay. I just want to point out that this bar's got a lot of coverage everywhere in this moment. They got coverage in the patio, they even got coverage in the parking lot, and now we see them dragging this girl comedically to their Ford Focus. Remember, these are two rich guys. One day in the future, in my life, I would love to be able to afford a Ford Focus, but I'd just never be rich enough in order to buy that car. I mean, come on, guys. You guys know out there in the world that these rich guys, they're not into the Ferraris. They're not into the Porsches. They're not into any luxury car, BMW, Mercedes, none of that. They need to get a hold of a Ford Focus that clearly looks like it's got cloth interior, so it's not even fully loaded, but they're so rich, they don't care because the Ford Focus is the tops. It's the peak. So they now are saying that this homeless woman, who is a black homeless woman, looks pretty good. I mean, you know, they say black don't crack, but apparently that also applies if they're homeless. Noticed something wrong in this situation and went to alert them. Now, you guys might have wondered why in the beginning of this video I brought up the fact that these guys were painted as two evil white rich guys, and that's because they are the villains in this story, but the hero of this story is a homeless person, because the takeaway from this is that you guys need to be nicer to the homeless. I don't know if you guys know that. That's a little thing we call a message in this story, but the thing is, this story is definitely real life, because they're comedically dragging this girl out of the bar, and only this homeless woman, who looks like she's actually looking pretty nice, she's probably doing a good job, she's living up to the tops as a homeless person, saw, and she needed to intervene. So just so you know, don't judge people. Don't think that just because you're rich, you're a good person. Just because you could afford a Ford Focus, don't think that you're a decent guy, because what we have here is a homeless woman driving a shopping cart, and she's gonna save this little dumb idiot blonde girl because, you know, progressive. Men get angry at the woman in a very fashionable poncho, and they shove the shopping cart to the side because, you know, they're trying to kidnap and possibly sexually assault, if not murder, a woman. So you definitely want to make as much noise as possible while you're doing that. You don't want to get in the car and drive away in your Ford Focus that only rich people can, you know, afford. You want to shove this woman's shopping cart, who's already weirded out by your behavior, because she's definitely going to respond to that well. Look, I understand that, you know, the surveillance video has no audio, so these people obviously have to mime on the security footage, but is this the best you could do, where you just stick your arms out and you play some dramatic music and your arms are out? I don't know, you guys need to mime better, but all of a sudden, don't worry guys, if you were scared about this girl, the homeless woman, she really stepped up in this situation, and help has arrived. Also, I just want to take note of the fact that we've traveled back in time in this video. We are now at the 29-minute mark, meaning that simultaneously this woman is in the bar and she's just been drugged, and also they're outside. Also, I just want to point out that this lady right here does not have her priorities in check. She is going to help this homeless lady pick up her shopping cart when they're trying to rescue a drugged up potential victim from a car, so she gets a B- for her behavior right here. But, you know, it's supposed to be progressive. Like, she cares about the junk that this woman has in her shopping cart more than she cares about the person that they came over to help. Also, apparently these guys can't do anything in this situation. They're just gonna let this lady yank her out. They can't make up a story. They can't be like, she's our best friend, don't worry about it. Also, the bouncer, really bad guy. He should be able to hear this, but no, he doesn't come. And then you have this other woman making sure she gets the license plate number of this Ford Focus, because we all know, even though a Ford Focus is a rare car that only rich white men can afford, you gotta get the license plate, because there's a lot of predatory rich white men that are definitely here. And by the way, there's surveillance cameras everywhere, but it's very important that she awkwardly took the picture of the Ford Focus license plate, so that way you could get the people. By the way, she didn't bother to take pictures of the suspects, which would be even better than the license plate, because what if these rich people sell this car and they launder the money, and then you don't even know who they are anymore? But whatever, great job. And the homeless person goes to pick up all her stuff, because the girl that I gave a B- actually didn't even pick up all her stuff, so now I'm revising her grade down to a C-. If you're gonna not rescue the girl because you want to help a homeless person pick up their trash, then you gotta finish the job. You can't do it part-time. I'm not into that. So then it cuts to her life is saved, and what's really funny is that these women totally abandon the homeless chick. Like, they just leave her on the street. She was like, you know, I'm hungry, I haven't had a meal in 3 days, and they're like, see ya, and they just bail out with this girl. When was her life in danger? I know that there could be potential danger of your life from this situation, but this clearly looks like some kind of assault situation. But now they say definitively her life is saved once these guys drove off, because, you know, no danger at all. I mean, don't get her to a hospital, because those drugs in her system might be able to kill her, because the people who drug people's drinks don't actually care about the dosage, and sometimes it has very long-term negative consequences. Whatever, her life is saved. Get out of here, homeless lady. You go home. We're not going to give you a dime. We don't like you, but her life is saved. Thanks for saving her life. You're a hero, sort of, but we still don't care about you. So needless to say, this video is fake and nonsensical, and it has stupid messages all the way throughout. One of the big indicators of this being fake is the fact that these security cameras are shooting in vertical video, aka cell phone video, specifically designed to post on Facebook for all the dumb idiots out there that actually believe this to be real. The next thing that you'll notice about this is that this is just a ridiculous setup. It has a bunch of untrue information, and of course it has the homeless hero in the end. Not saying a homeless person has never done anything good, but this is obviously and clearly too cliche, and it's all caught on video, not to mention the over-miming, overacting, and the fact that you had to have the setup that these were rich people. So in contrast to evil rich people, one of the poorest among us, evil rich white men, we're gonna get a poor black woman who's homeless in order to combat them, just to show you that heroes come in all shapes and sizes and all socioeconomic statuses. And for some reason, this kind of stuff gets gobbled up alive on Facebook. So if you ever wondered why I'm not on Facebook, it's this exact thing. This low quality crap content with stupid messaging in there that you would have to be an idiot to believe. It gets 39 million views, a bunch of likes, a bunch of positive comments. Some people know what's up in the comments, but overall, this is the kind of trash that is featured on Facebook, and I can't stand it. But hey, you know what? Those are just my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you disagree with my hot political take about Facebook being terrible? Do you agree with it? Do you think this video was amazing and that woman's a hero and we should start the GoFundMe with her? Or do you know reality and acknowledge that this is fake and ridiculous and absurd in every possible way? I'd love, let me know in the comments of the video. Me talking about a thing. Till next time.